Cage Junkies exclusive.
Welcome to Cage Junkies exclusive interview with Moyses the Savage Gabin. How are you doing tonight, Moyses?
Very well.
All right, that's good to hear. Now, I've seen, looking at your history, that you've been in MMA doing fights for a few years now. How did you originally get into MMA?
Well, I started fighting on in like a club circuit type of thing, where they have like fight night at the club where you wear boxing gloves and headgear and you get to fight pretty much anybody who steps in the ring.
Okay. And did you have an interest before that then, or is that
I actually wanted to start boxing at first, but then I realized that I started boxing way too old to actually make an impact.
Okay. Okay, and what would you describe your fighting style like then?
I just try to be aggressive, try to be aggressive and smart at the same time.
Okay.
Got to be a little fluid,
Yeah, absolutely. Now, looking at Bellator, where you're going to be fighting this Saturday, you actually fought at Bellator 1 at the Hard Rock back in 2009. So how does it feel going full circle with Bellator and fighting in front of your hometown crowd again at Bellator 46?
Well, every fight that I've had in Bellator has been in my hometown, and
Okay.
It's cool, it's a cool experience. My friends get to see me, whether win, lose, or draw, I try to put on a good show for them, you know what I mean? Because that's what the main thing is to be entertaining, not to go in there and just lay and prey on my people and or my opponents. I try to, people want to see some action, so I try to give it to them. Though, always go in mind that I'm going to win the fight, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Going back to what you were saying before about trying to be aggressive. Okay.
Always, I try to be aggressive with my stand-up, try to come in after the jab and just try to keep it with the basics and all that.
Now, because you originally said that you were interested in starting in boxing, but you kind of went into MMA, is that something where you try and keep your fight standing up then? Or are you looking for a takedown, to take them down for a ground and pound?
I really try to keep it up standing, but most of my opponents, after I hit them once or twice, they want to clinch up,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's understandable. Now, I was doing some preliminary research on you, and I ran across a Facebook profile for you. And it said that you were into organic foods and raw milk. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Now,
try to drink that as much as possible.
Oh, okay. Is that a full-time diet then?
Yeah, when it's affordable, because stuff is pretty expensive, since I guess the government doesn't want us to eat healthy, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. How did you get originally into organic eating?
My friend Shanti, he's my personal trainer, my nutritionist, and a good friend of mine. Shanti Koro, look him up.
All right. Now, does that have any effect on your training in terms of having to?
Well, I feel like definitely am more explosive. I don't get as sick as much when I start eating all my natural foods like that from the farm. I also cutting weight is a breeze. You know what I mean? I'm the only one at weigh-ins that's there with a smile. And I walk around at around 210 or 205. And I break it down when I get down to 185 with no problem.
Okay, definitely. Outside of the octagon, what are some of your interests? What do you like doing?
I'm an artist in and out, I'm an artist in the cage because I'm a mixed martial artist, and then when I'm an artist at work, I do graphic design, video production, computer animation, illustrations, painting. So, that's what I went to school for. I went to the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale and the Art Institute of Miami, and that's what I majored in, computer animation and the arts.
Okay. Is there anywhere that we can go see some of your art, online or in person?
Well, if in person, I have a couple of things that I've stretched out, that I've printed out, that are on canvases. Also online, if on my Facebook, I also have a little album that has some of my artwork on there. That's like goal after that, during fighting, to sell some of my artwork. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely check that out. Now, I know you're getting ready for your big fight this weekend, first I want to thank you for your time, and I want to give you the final word. Do you have anything you want to tell your fans right now?
Come and look, man. It's gonna be a good fight. Try to put on a show for everybody. You know, you won't be disappointed. Everybody knows when Savage comes to town, goes to it's a fight. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Well, we'll look forward to it, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
All right. Have a good night.
Ciao.
Page Junkies exclusive.